elevator lobby.
Okay, welcome everybody to the tour of ISER's new office space. Here's our guide, Linda, who will take us around. So Linda, what are we looking at as we come along here?
We're looking at the main lobby door, the main door to ISER.
Okay, so we've come into the main lobby, and what's going to be here in this area?
Right in this area here will be the reception desk.
Okay.
Very similar setup as what we have now, only in the middle of the floor.
Okay.
We're going to have the ISER logo cut out on this right here. A little waiting reception area.
Okay.
Here.
And what are those offices over there?
These offices, right now, the way they're set up, I will be in this office so that I can monitor the lobby, the reception area.
And
this is Bob Leffler's office right here.
Uh-huh.
And then the one on the left is Virgine's office.
Okay, Virgine's here in 399. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn left. Actually, we'll go in this office and just take a look out the window. This is kind of the view that people on this south side of the building will have. They can look around and see the mountains and then beautiful East High School and over to Burgaw Street. And this is,
and each office has a individual sensor, light sensor, which is going to be way more efficient than what we have now.
So again, I'm not going to show every office, but in here, this is sort of typical of what a standard office along this wall looks like. We're looking into it. Let's walk down to the left and maybe you can tell us whose offices we're seeing.
Okay. This next office again is Virgine's office.
Okay, that'll be Virgine's. Okay. Oh, what's this area right here to our left?
This office is these will be cubicles.
Cubicles in here. Okay. Okay, and continuing down this hallway, but over here is this room here. What will that be?
The left office will be Kristen's office. Kristen.
Down over there.
Yeah,
okay.
And this office here will be Masha's office for when she does come into the office after she retires.
Okay. So now we're coming on down the hall. Here's room 397. Is
that office will be Lauren's office.
Lauren, okay.
And next to Lauren, Linda Grant.
This will be Linda Grant's office here. Okay, continuing on down, we have this open area.
That will be set up as a conference area.
Kind of like our small back conference area currently is. Okay, over here on this side of this small conference area is room 390.
That office there, if I'm going to go in and trigger the lights so you can see how big it is. This office in here will be a double shared office, and right now Pam Kravitz is slated to go in here. Okay. And eventually somebody else will join her.
Okay. Yeah. And this little area over here is storage space
more cubicles.
Oh, cubicles here.
There'll be 2 cubicles in here.
Okay.
And then across from that area.
And across from here, next to the director's corner office is 391.
And that will be Vic Fisher's office.
Vic Fisher's office. Okay. Then here we have the corner office, which is this grossly opulent office for the director, who also gets to look out at the east view, which kind of looks like this. You look over towards the mountains and then, okay, so there's the director's office. Continuing on down the east hallway now, we have those little cupboards.
This will be a printer station.
A printer station. And then 387 here is...
The other immediate side of the director's office is Lexi's office.
Okay, Lexi's office. Now continuing on.
The next office will be where Matt Berman sits.
Okay, Matt Berman here in 385, yeah.
And then across from Matt, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey in this office. And next to Jeffrey
will be Chloe's office.
Chloe, okay. These are all dark simply because the lights aren't on. Next to Matt on the east side, room 383
this will be Steve Colt's office.
Steve Colt's office. Okay. Next to Steve, room 381. Marie's office. Okay. And finally, next to Marie, room 379.
Scott will be sitting.
Scott Goldsmith. Yeah. Okay. Back looking at this hall over here,
Laura Jorgensen will be sitting in 378.
Laura is 378.
And then Suzanne is assigned
Suzanne in
to
382. Okay. Now we're continuing on our north side of our offices. And if we continue walking along down here, we have a hallway that comes along and leads to the north door of our conference room, which has two doors. So here we are in the conference room, and it's big and much more square. So it's almost as long as our current conference room, but much more square.
It's wider.
Wider, yeah. And now we come along this north hallway, which goes back.
This is actually a common hallway to be shared with the others.
Common hallway. Here's the women's restroom is here on the on this hallway, and now we're back at the elevators. And now, should we go back and continue our tour of the ISER offices to the other direction? So coming in here, what are we seeing here?
One of the things we could think about is
This is the copy slash workroom. This is where the supplies will be kept, the copier will be kept right here in this corner.
Mm-hmm. And over here,
And
down along here.
we have a lot of, there'll be shelving in here,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the left side is already the work counters installed. We have
Okay.
more room for supplies.
And now let's continue along the south side. If I recall, this is Linda Blauer's office here. And then looking down the hall, what's next?
Clemencia's office is 307.
Clemencia.
And then across from Clemencia is another entrance into the work area.
Yeah, okay.
And the next office is 309, and that will be Linda Leask.
Okay, Linda Leask here.
Across from Linda Leask is another area that will be set up with cubicles, modular furniture.
Okay, so this area here is, that probably made you dizzy. Okay. Now we come to, next to Linda is 311.
311 will be Sorab.
Sorab, okay. Now we have a kind of open space here, and what will this be?
This will be another conference area.
Another conference area. And looking along this side, on the back on the inside of the hallway, I see 3 office doors, and those will be.
I do not believe this one is assigned
Okay.
at this time.
So 308 isn't yet assigned, and these 2 over here.
Okay, the one right there, 310, will be Peggy Nye.
Peggy,
And then
in
Lauren
this,
Fritz is
and then
on the other side of her.
Lauren Fritz here.
And then coming back to the
Okay, and
south
back on the south side, after that sort of open conference space, we have
Matt Reimer's office will be.
Matt Reimer
And
here,
Lucine in
and
317.
Musine here. Okay, and then we have room 321
This
in
is
the corner.
Diane Hirschberg's office.
This will be Diane Hirschberg's office.
And we actually knocked out a wall. This was 2 offices. We knocked out a wall to
Mhm.
give her a conference area.
Okay, so it's got a conference area.
And this is
My battery's running low, so we'll
Speed
go.
up.
And here's the view to the west, out on Burgaw Street. And finally, we're coming along the west hallway.
This is
and,
where Dana will be sitting.
Dana is in room 323. 325 is
Will be Roz.
Roz's office here. Okay,
And she will be sitting next to
and
DeWalker.
then DeWalker over here. And now I'm looking back towards, we've got this long sort of open hallway area that's looking back towards the copy room. And what will this be?
The left-hand side will be our rolling files.
Rolling
The
files,
whole-
yeah,
All
uh-huh.
the units will be put together on one wall.
Mhm.
And then on this side will be where we put a lot of our lateral files that we
Lateral
have throughout the
files, okay.
common space
So
in at ISER.
big filing area.
Yes,
And
yes.
looking back again down that west hallway, this was DeWalker. And now on the window side,
Is
room
Toby?
329, Toby.
Toby, Kyle,
Toby. Room 331, Kyle.
and then at
Room
the very end will
333.
be Chris.
Chris.
And now there's another printer station at
And
the end there.
printer station at the end. And coming back along here
This
on
is
the
an office
inside.
with, it has another access into the other suite, which we won't ever use, but it's an emergency egress.
Okay, but do you have a plan for this office?
It will be the IT room.
IT room?
Where,
Right, and finally looking back along the inside of the west hallway,
this is where Jimmy will be sitting.
Jimmy in room
Watson.
330,
And
330,
the
room
last-
328, last of these,
The last office will be a shared office between Jen and Vitor.
Jen and Vitor. Okay, thanks very much for our tour.